Hello, people that watch me. For reasons that you know, I don't. Hey, I thought since I'm doing what I'm doing, I might as well tell you how I'm doing what I'm doing. Makes sense, because it's just a camera that's hanging there anyway. You see how it's hanging there, it's phenomenal. It's Sunday morning, which means, where's my coffee? Which means I have coffee. I have waffles, which were in front of my coffee maker because Leslie actually comes over here from her house in the morning and puts stuff in front of my coffee maker. And I have to show you this. Every morning I get a bananagram. So I get a banana and it has a message written on it. Sometimes it's, you know, I love you, food's in the fridge, or feed the doggies, I love you. Sometimes it's stupid stuff. Today it's words with banana. Banana Republic, banana boat, banana leaf, banana split. I don't know why, but it's a bananagram. How awesome is that? Hey, so to the interesting stuff, I hope. I pride myself in using tracks in my videos that are actual, but oftentimes tracks with vocals. So doing a fully produced track, an actual song with vocals in it, for many YouTubers is just not feasible, because you would have to write a song, produce it, in all for what? For a pedal, for an amp? That's just not happening. I happen to have tons of sessions on my computer from bands that I produced that are okay of me using stuff, and of course a lot of my albums that I have the sessions for. So there's, you know, rock songs, metal songs, pop rock, whatever, that I've produced where I can replace the guitars, and voila, we actually have a realistic use of the product, might it be a pedal or an amp, a guitar, or whatever. So I've used Campaign Like Clockwork, my friend's band, a lot for several reasons. A, the band is phenomenal. I think they broke up, which is ridiculous. I used Rafael Cano's stuff from that band a lot. One reason why I do it is because the songs are simple and therefore also realistic. And they're pop rock, so you can use nice power chordy filling with some nice ear candy delay and clean stuff on top. So it's perfect for showing a variety of sounds without being blues and metal. So, you know, it's interesting material, I think. But I've used that quite a bit. I've also used a lot of my classic rock album, which is called Shadow's Minion, In the Shadow of the Minion. I used a lot of that. Again, because the guitar arrangements are relatively simple and nice for crunchy mid-gain sounds. Classic rock style. Now, I thought, well, let's go through my back catalog and see what else I can find. And of course, there is the Frameshift albums. So I got back, this is 2004, something like this. So we're going back more than 10 years in my huge folders of DVDs where I have a lot of stuff backed up. And I found the DVDs with the sessions for Frameshift 2 with Sebastian Bach. So I thought, well, let's just see how much of that material is usable, and if at all. It definitely means work. It means putting in hours to make one of these tracks usable again. Why is that? Well, I back then used Battery for drums, and the Battery kit from Native Instruments that I put together consisted of samples that I made myself, actually from my Roland XV88 keyboard. I had this, I still have that. It has the drum sample expansion. So I sampled those sounds in different layers and made my own kit, and that's what I used for this album. Problem is, now we have way better sound, plus I wouldn't have that drum kit anywhere. So all the drums wouldn't play. That means I have to totally redo the drums for these tracks, completely. And probably even make them a little bit simpler because they're a little bit too proggy. So that's what's happening. Also, the virtual instruments that I used from over 10 years ago, they don't exist anymore. They wouldn't run on this computer. Even if I had them, there's no way I could install them on It's just no way. But you can't see this, but up here in the corner I can see battery I didn't freeze, but the virtual instruments, all three, I did freeze, which means freezing means you hit at the end of when you're done with the song, you hit freeze, and then they get converted into audio files. So even later, if you don't have that virtual instrument anymore, you can still have the tracks, which means I have all the synthesizers. That's good. Now, the big question is, let's call up a drum kit. I have to remix it. I have to put effects on vocals, and I mean, I have to bring it up to 2017 standard, which is quite a bit of work. Just pretty much remixing it, but also we have these guitar tracks. So let's see what we have. Up here we have drums. Those are the drum tracks. Rather, there were 4 different snare tracks. None of this will play now if I go solo, because the instrument isn't there. So I'm going to have to completely redo and replace this. Probably either BFD3 or Stephen Slate. Let's go through the tracks. What is condemned? It's an audio file called condemned. Let me make it a little bit louder here. That is a pretty cool loop. Question is, can we hear that in the mix? Probably not. Let's do this again. I would assume that we can't hear that, and I'm gonna assume that we just kill that. That's pretty cool. I might want to keep that in there. Maybe I keep that loop in there, but cut the low end. I'll see. You know, throughout 10 years, we learn stuff. So let's see. Let's look through the synthesizer stuff here. Here we have. It's called Soup Slap. Probably another loop in this breakdown here. Okay, we can keep that. Then we have something called Roton. I have no idea. This is like Christmas. I'm going through my own song and I'm seeing what I did, you know, a long time ago. We definitely need that because I can see that's in a breakdown, so that's going to be audible if that's gone. Then there's something called Riffer. Pretty cool that that's all there, so I don't have to worry about it. And then there's something called Plex, which was really just there in the intro, I think. Wait. Actually, that's not being used anywhere at all. What was Plex? I have no idea. Might as well just put that away because... Go away. Go away. So... I'm going to throw this at the bottom so it's out of the way because I'm not using it anyway. Good. Here we have X-Phrase. X-Phrase was a arpeggiator kind of thing from Steinberg. It was absolutely phenomenal. And then they discontinued it. See what X-Phrase did. That's actually rather important right there. Cool, I got it. So the most important one that I was afraid I would have lost is this one. Which of course... Why are there 4 tracks of X-Phrase? X-Phrase, that's weird. Whoa, that's loud. Here, so this thing, this is totally awesome, and that's very important for the chorus. I'm very afraid because this is the solo part and that's going to be doubled by the guitar. Having to learn that for a guitar demo, damn it. But it's fun! I'm actually really looking forward to learning this. So, then we have a little bit more of this back here. So let's see, that's these two going in parallel. A lot of detail on this album. So, bass. Bass is there. I hope recording is halfway decent. It's not horrible. I think that was a bass part back then. So I'm gonna keep that. Might just EQ it a little bit differently. Here's the line, which I doubled everything to way too much. So it's called line, and that's actually just in the beginning thrown in lines. I don't know if I'm gonna incorporate that into the main guitar line and just play it as part of it, or if I'm actually also going to do that separately again. I don't know. Because I'm not going to record, 16 guitar tracks for the guitar demo. I'm going to have to condense the guitar tracks that I have here into, 4 to 5. So, that of course can be one guitar later. And that was a Pod XT. Yeah, it was a better pod already. So here we have 8 guitar tracks. Completely, utterly ridiculous. That's going to be very interesting to see what I did there, harmonically and all that stuff. So that will be condensed to a guitar left and a guitar right. With the right amp, that should be totally fine. So this is going to be tricky. Because this is the war guitar, which is like a Chapman stick. It had, 10, I think 12 strings. And I did tapping on it. Either I keep this and not replace it, because I don't have that guitar anymore. It's a huge, thing. That's what she said. And, or I have to see which guitar I can play this on that is good for tapping and replace it, but I don't know if I can. That's doable. That's not so bad. So I think we copy that here. And I could actually play that tighter. So I'm not gonna get that sound, but with a nice compressor like the Bogner Lindhurst, I think it could be something that I can actually play on a normal guitar. Then we have the solo. No idea what I did there. most certainly an absolutely ghastly sound. So we're gonna replace that with a good one. Good. And then, well, the thing we can't replace is this guy, of course.
Guilt is forcing me to act unethically. When I think I've killed enough, a voice is waking up. Propaganda in my head, another woman dead. Television's got no white light, giving in to avoid a fight. The masters pull my voice. Tell me, is it really seen if all I do is just give in? Give me just one more, that's all I need to quench this thirst inside of me. Feeling satisfied, but beyond the door the need still cries. Give me just one more. Give me just one more. Don't take it back. The next one's gonna be the best we ever had. Feeling satisfied before the fight.
Yeah, that definitely needs some EQing because he's way too close to the mic there. And, well, we'll see. But a lot of work has already been done on those. What is this?
One more! Just one more, just one, just one more, just one, just one more, just one more!
Ah, that's that. So, those are all the tracks. And now I'm gonna have to go to town and put it all back together. So, see you in a sec. Hello, so I got the intro drums done. As you can see, I got 4 blocks. I'm gonna make them the same color. I'm big about colors, because that means you can recall things. Even though that color is wrong, intro color is neon green. There we go, intro color. So, of course I can't go into the old drums, but as you can see, installed before, very, very busy because I had 4 snares layered, 2 kick drums layered. Not necessary nowadays. So, this is what the new drums look like. Hello Cubase, how about you open this? Much, much simpler. A snare, a side, or a rim shot snare. And that's Steven Slate. I would show you if I could here. And that's a Chris Lord LG kit because Chris Lord LG knows how to make fat drums. So this is what that sounds like. It's confusing as hell without the music. Do I need a marker track? No, I don't need a marker track. But I would like to see the here. If we put this on top, we can see it's 78787898, 78787898. And it doesn't sound that odd to me because the riff kind of makes it work. By itself, very strange. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1. But with the riff, I think it makes sense. So, I'll show you how I proceed from here. Sorry for no screen capture and all the crazy stuff. I'm trying to get things done. If I concentrate too much on production quality of the video you're seeing, I'm not gonna get shit done. So, I could look in here and see what I did. Boom, boom, chak, boom. And that's kind of like the general idea. I'm sorry, but when I look at this, I kind of read it like a score. I read it like notes, like, you know, I don't know, it's just what I've done for a long time. So I could go and try to replicate that drum track note for note, but I don't want to. I want to do what I feel like nowadays, not what I felt like 2000. I'm gonna say 4, 5, something like that. I don't know. I do not know. Let's do 4 measures, and I'll show you how to do 4 measures. I muted Sebastian because I don't want to hear him. I bet many people feel the same way, that they would like to hit the mute button. Many people, Leslie would like to hit the mute button on me sometimes. Not gonna happen! So, let's see. Okay, that's kind of what's going on. That's pretty easy. We'll do that. Because there's always a space where the bass is doing crazy shit. Okay, that's pretty much it. We're gonna keep a very tight hi-hat. I'm gonna kick that a bit louder. And, you know, put in variations. Because no one's gonna hit that hi-hat the same way every time. Let's see. Okay, those 8th notes are way too loud. So everything that's in between, I'm gonna take lower, because it's just way too loud. I do that. How do I do that? Here. So I selected them all, and I can now make them quieter. I want the emphasis to be on the quarter notes. Okay, so the 8th notes are maybe a tiny bit louder. Okay, I can do little details now. Sadly, I don't have a very quiet snare. So ghost notes with this kit would be pretty tough. Let's see. I can. We're gonna put some ghost notes in here that are just where the drummer is riding quietly on the snare. Okay, that works. And now we're gonna take all this stuff hello. And I'm gonna go to my quantize, and I'm gonna swing it just a little bit, not a lot, and I'm gonna swing the 16th, and also gonna make it a tiny bit random, not too much, a tiny bit. Let's see how that sounds. Okay, I'm cool with that. Now I got something I can copy. Of course I need a symbol at the beginning. Remember, symbol. Like, you know, Prince. Gonna put a symbol. No. Gonna open the hi-hat back here. Give it a symbol on the 1. And let that hi-hat ring over to the 2. Well, I can copy the whole thing now. And put in variations. Don't just copy it. You know, put in variations. Of course, we need kind of a break. Hello, Cubase. I'm double clicking, and you're not doing anything. Steinberg needs to fix this. I'm slapping on the bass there. So that's okay. Cool. Why not? I'm cool with that. Heavy. I need a heavy. Yeah. Need to keep the momentum going. And of course a symbol. Good. And that's how that goes. I'm gonna do that for the whole song. See you in a few hours. I'm in the chorus now, and I just realized that that loop that we looked at earlier, this thing, where is it? This loop, where I said it has way too much low end and stuff. There was actually a plugin on there called Quadrafuzz. Way early that Steinberg did with big mixing engineer there, whose name I can't remember anymore. Maybe it's in here. So there is a Quadrafuzz version 2, which is actually the Quadrafuzz is a multi-band distortion. The earlier one had very few controls. Here you can do a million things. So that was on there, which means I probably took the bass down and made it a little bit more aggressive. So what I did is I rebuilt something that I thought sounds good, which is this. So with that there, the drums really need to do almost nothing. They just pretty much have to hit the accents. So that's what I'm doing right now. I have that loop fill in all the cool gaps and make a groove. So that's really the chorus. I put a subtle hi-hat there, and that's it. So yeah, that loop is staying in there. So I am up to the point where I EQ'd the vocals, put, you know, the more modern, up-to-date effects on it and all that stuff. Hey Bunny, what's up? You wanna come up? I have a feeling that these are the non-processed tracks. I definitely did a lot of cutting out S's and all that stuff on the doubles. I know that. I spent weeks editing his vocals, but in here, these don't look edited. And ow! Thank you, Bunny. And also, that means they're probably not auto-tuned, because I hear stuff all over the place that's flat and just, you know what? I'm not gonna. Why? I'm not gonna do that again. So this is the way it's gonna be. Now I'm gonna have to figure out the guitar parts. Fun! Hello. So I figured out the main guitar part, and that's cool. Instead of doing which is all fine. In the beginning, I don't layer the guitars. I do it in one. That's totally cool. A little bit more challenging, but that's fine. So we reduced. That's 12 guitar tracks into 2, and I just recorded it, and it sounds pretty damn cool. So you're doing. That's absolutely no problem. Originally, this was played with a 7-string, but I'm not down-tuning, I'm not 7-stringing. I'm showing that this track can rock your socks off with a 6-string, actually in D and in C, and all you do is just bar. So now I'm at this part, which is going to be like the intro to the solo. It's way cool, and I really want to double that with the guitar. I can't go into the track because it's frozen, which is stupid in Cubase. Once it's frozen, you can't look at the MIDI data. So I had to do it by ear. It's some kind of pedal tone lick, because I know I like to do those. So I figured it out so far, and it's... What am I doing? Okay, so here's the tricky part. You're doing 4. So you gotta go over with your finger. And that's serious string skipping right there. Or you do... You could do that, but I rather do... So the beginning is the same the second time. And then you're doing... That's actually the easiest part. And the whole thing is, of course, 7/8. And then again, but not the high one, not the, but of course a variation, because it's prog. And then comes this. So from my pinky is here. Yes, Robert Baker, pinky. I have to jump to this F, and now all this crazy octave stuff. No idea how I'm gonna play this, so... Again, this string skipping octave stuff. And then again, up one step. Up to that point, it's not so bad. Now I jump to E, which I kind of have to get with my pinky. And that's the part where it's gonna lose me. Yeah. Technically, that would even be the speed. How did I do that? And then I have to slide down to start over. Ah! Ah! And again. It's gonna take a few more hours to nail this for like a tiny bit of the song for a guitar amp demo. But hey, what else do I do on a Sunday? This is ridiculous, but it's fun, and my fingers are warming up, so that's nice. Haven't played shit like this in a long time. That's what I'm doing right now.
Sleeping by the telephone, hoping you might call someday. Treat me like a toy that's getting boring and you throw me away. I wonder what you're hiding from, wonder what the fuck went wrong. 'Cause once upon a time we were as merry as the day is long.